Hello, everyone. Welcome to 360 Degrees Excellence, where we believe everyone can have all-round success. I'm going to be having a conversation today with Professor Oluwatosin Mewomo, and we're going to be talking about climbing the academic ladder. So without wasting time today, let's just get started. So I want Prof to introduce himself, to tell us about himself.
Okay, thank you very much for the privilege and the opportunity to hear my view about moving to the peak of our career, which is a full professor in an academic environment. So I'm Professor Oluwatosin Temitope Mewomo. I'm a full professor in the School of Mathematics, Statistics, and Computer Science, University of Kwazulu Natal, Durban in South Africa. I was born in Lagos, Nigeria many years back, and I had my first, second, and third degree in mathematics from Federal University of Agric-Abeokuta and OAU, respectively. I'm married to Dr. Mrs. Modupe Cecilia Mewomo, who happened to be a senior lecturer at the Department of Quantity Surveying and Construction Management in Durban University of Technology. And I got also 3 lovely guests as daughter. Thank you very much. Hope the introduction is fine.
Yeah, perfect. And I'm so happy to have this conversation with you because you're someone that you become a full professor, you've worked hard, you published a lot. So you are someone that has the experience to share with us. So take, for example, if someone is just starting his academic career, maybe a junior lecturer, can you just provide tips that such a fellow could follow to get to the peak from your own experience?
Okay, thank you very much. I think it is the desire and the dream of every academist to get to the peak of academics, which is being a full professor. It's unfortunate that many struggle over a period of years and they retire without getting this dream accomplished. So to get to the peak of one's academic career, which is a full professor in the university environment, and I will just share 1 or 2 tips, as you have rightly said. Number 1 is to know what it takes. You must know what it takes, meaning that you need to know the requirement. Is that okay? And this requirement varies from institution to institutions and from, maybe I say, country to country. And so you need to know what it takes to get to the peak of your career, which is being a full professor. So having knowing the tips, having knowing what it takes in terms of the requirements that are needed, then you need to look at the available opportunities in your environment. The opportunities that you can tap in that can help you within your institution to start with. Then you go to your immediate environment, the nation, and other networking is also important. For example, myself, I found myself in UKZN, and I quickly look at the opportunity around me when I got to UKZN some years back. And one of the things that I've discovered is that graduate study here is tuition-free. Is that okay? It's tuition-free. So this is an opportunity that I quickly tap into to attract a lot of excellent international students that I can build my career with as collaborators, and I can also train to be able to move to the next level of my career. Also discovered that apart from UKZN having fees remission, tuition free for students at master's and PhD level, you also have opportunity to do tutorials whereby they can get some income to be able to sustain themselves. Fundings are available via NRF, COE Maths, and some others. So you need to look at the available opportunities that is within your environment, from your institution, to your province, to your state, to your nation, and also look at how you can collaborate at international level, which is also very important. Networking is also very, very important. You need to identify some experts in your field that you can start discussing possibility of working with. Start within your department, and there are people as young academics that you can collaborate with. Are there people you can identify as mentors that have made some appreciable progress within your field? Start within your department, then move to national level, move outside your immediate institution, then look at people you can collaborate with outside the shore of your country. For example, I have a good number of collaborators that have really impacted a lot into my career. I have people like Professor Gatdes from the University of Leeds. So I got to know Professor Gatdes right from my PhD degree on a PhD study, who have made a lot of opportunities for me to visit him, I think twice in Leeds. I have had the opportunity of inviting him and a team to also organize workshops within my environment. And we have attended quite a number of conferences together in Sweden, in Finland, in Canada and other countries like that. So collaboration is also very important. Now, we also say that another thing I've also mentioned is for young academics to try to build their career on a strong foundation, which is very, very important. Quality is very important. Many people these days think about quantity of the research output they have without minding the quality. Where they publish is very important. Working on a citation index is very, very important. Many people are not aware of this. They're just after publishing and publishing and publishing. So you need to publish in good journals where your articles can be cited. And by so doing, citation index in Scopus, in the Google Scholar, Web of Science, SchemaGo and Co. can actually go up. This is very, 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 very important. Graduate supervision is also very important. Some academics are one-sided, they only after doing research on their own. They don't think of training students. Some of the students you are training will be your good collaborators, and that can actually help you to quickly achieve your dream of getting to a full professor in your given field. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You've said a lot. You talked about publishing, you talked about graduate supervision, very, very, very important. And also you mentioned publishing in high impact factor journals and getting, publishing where people can cite your work. And I also know that you're a rated scientist. In South Africa, we have this NRF rating system. Can you tell us how important it is, especially in South Africa, if you really want to get to the peak of your career rating?
Okay, in terms of rating, I think if you go to the NRF website, which is www.nrf.ac.za, some of the criteria and the conditions are needed here. The rating basically is at the level of professor, which you need to get something from C and above. So you need to have some international rating. That is expert in your field outside the shore of your country. Should be able to rate you, write good report about you, that actually you are an established researcher. You are established in terms of the quality of your research. Quality comes with the kind of problem you solve. People these days solve problems for the sake of publishing. And over the years, I've taken time to look at the Nobel laureate, people that have won the Nobel Prize in mathematics. I try to search about the citations. I try to search about the number of articles published. I discovered that a good number of them don't publish much. They don't publish much, but the kind of problem they solve is what matters. They solve problems that are world, international, open problems that can make way for them to be well known in their field. Is that okay? So if you want to get rating, people have to know you in your area of research outside the core, after the shore of institution or your nation. So you have to have international, you must be at international level, your colleagues in your field, in Western Europe, in outside the shore of Africa, should be able to say one or two things about you. You must be able to have been able to cite your work and see the impact of your research. That is very, very needed in terms of getting a good rating from NRF. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I really agree with you. And you also mentioned the importance of collaboration, earlier on. Is also necessary if you're going to be rated. You have to collaborate with people. And it's also very good for people to also think about interdisciplinary research. It can also help you when you're trying to get to the peak of your career, when you want to become a full professor. Yeah. Thank you so much for all the things you shared with us today. What is your final remark for us today?
Okay, you'll be talking about collaboration and networking. It's very, very important. There are a lot of resources you will not get within the shore of your environment. Is that okay? When you collaborate, you can have access to a lot of resources which you cannot get within the shore of your institution. And apart from that, it exposes you to a new way, new ideas of doing things, which is very, very important. You share knowledge, you gain the deeper insight into what is going on. You have new information of what is going on in your choosing area of research, which is very, very important. So my closing remarks to the younger one who dream to get to the peak of their career is, number one, to build their career on a solid foundation of, number one, integrity. Number two, honesty and ethics. Impatience will ruin the career of many, and they will not be able to get to the peak of their career. It's not the number that matters these days, it's the quality of the research you are doing, quality in terms of, I have mentioned, the kind of problem you have solved. The kind of problem you have solved, where your articles, your results are being published, not just publishing for publishing. So people are not aware of what is called the schemago quartile, like publishing in Q1 journal, Q2, Q3, and Q4. The number of people publish for the entire years of their career in journals that are not schemago index, which is not good. So before you publish, always ensure you can go to schemago and be sure that wherever you want to publish, any articles, any journal you are publishing should be at least schemago index. Schemago index, Scopus index. Then you can graduate as you start doing research to ISI index, ISI index journal. You can start with Q4, then migrate to Q3, Q2, and Q1. Q1 are the highly rated journal that will actually promote the quality of your research. So I want to encourage the young coming academics to be more patient, to be more thorough, to build on integrity, to build on character, and also to put God in whatever they are doing, which is very, very important. That is what I want to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for that. Thank you once again for taking time out of your busy schedule to do this interview. And I like how you ended that people should put God first. And because promotion comes not from the East, not from the West, is from God. Even if you are not in academic career, what we've mentioned today, what we are shared today will be beneficial to you. We've talked about working hard, collaborating with people. If you apply that, you're also going to get to the peak. And most importantly, when you put God first, and when you trust God. And yet to believe in God, when you've given your life to Christ, because what matters is really spending time with God at the end of the day when we leave this world. That is important. I hope that you have gained one or two things from what we've shared today. We'd like to hear from you. See you next time. God bless you. Bye.